Let's turn our focus to this now. The Global Sumud Flotilla is preparing to set sail once again for the war-torn Gaza Strip, this time between March and May, with an even broader show of international participation. Organiser and activist Yasemin Acar says that the spring 2026 mission is driven by growing frustration that ceasefire commitments remain unfulfilled and that humanitarian needs in Gaza continue to go unmet. More than 3,000 participants from over 100 countries are expected to take part, traveling aboard over 100 vessels. Now, this year's mission will also include specialized medical flotilla carrying more than 1,000 healthcare professionals and stocked with critical life-saving medicines and equipment, a direct response to the worsening humanitarian crisis. The previous flotilla, which set sail in October last year, was intercepted by the Israeli naval forces, with participants including Acar, Nkosi Zweli Velile Mandela, writer Zukiswa Vanner, and many others detained and later released following global outcry.
Well, we're calling it Sumud. It's the steadfastness, and we are following the lead of Palestinians. We have been seeing what has been happening in Gaza as well as in the West Bank for 2.5 years. Crimes against humanity, a genocide, and the world is just watching. And nothing has changed until today. So for us, it's important when the governments are not stepping in, it is the duty of the civil society to act. And so we've sailed one time, we sailed the second time, and then we put together the Global Sumud Flotilla, and we sailed with dozens of boats, and we are going back. Because what Israel is doing is breaching international law, so we have to continue and push forward. This is, of course, it's calculated by the states. What the states are always afraid of is the rage of the society, because when we have rage and what we're seeing, the total destruction of a people, civil society wants to act, and to stop that, they came up with the ceasefire, the so-called ceasefire, which. It's not a ceasefire. Over 500 people have been murdered since the ceasefire is in place since October. And humanitarian aid is still not reaching. And the trucks that are going in, they're not reaching the people because people are being stopped from going to these aid distribution places and having access to the aid. As well as what we're seeing right now is the yellow line, the so-called buffer zone. It's going further into where the civil society is living. And I mean, Gaza is such a small place. I mean, it's a very densely populated area, even before the genocide. So with the genocide, people are being pushed more to the sea. And so there's no space for people. They have been displaced, and they're being further displaced. They all live in makeshift tents, and we're seeing the winter this year was very harsh. There were storms, and I mean, Palestinians in Gaza, they are saying they have no access to humanitarian aid.